Today I am back myth-busting common misconceptions around home education, and today I am talking about the misconception that home educated and homeschooled children cannot do standardised testing, they cannot sit GCSEs and they cannot sit A Levels because they don't attend a school setting. So the easy answer to this is that is absolutely incorrect. Right from baseline testing up to A Levels, those options are open to all home educated and all homeschooled children if their parents believe that it's the right thing for their child. You can buy the SAT packs and you can buy the preparation test packs from places like CGP if you want to. There's also various online courses and websites where you can download that information, sometimes even for free. If your children obviously need to do their GCSEs or sit their A Levels for a specific career choice, there is absolutely nothing whatsoever to stop them doing so. The only difference is that instead of being free, they will have to be paid for. Every subject is paid for separately, so obviously the more GCSEs or A Levels a young person sits, the more costly that's going to be. Obviously, home educating families do take that into consideration and make preparations for that as and if they need to. And they wouldn't be sitting those tests in a school, they would be sitting them at one of the approved exam centres up and down the UK. You literally can go onto a website, it will tell you the exam centres, and you would look logistically at the ones that were, near you, and that's where you would register your children in. And they would attend that setting and sit those exams, and they would just go through exactly the same process after that as everybody else. Now, the reason that I think we really not only need to bust this misconception that home educated children can't sit tests, I think what we really need to do is start talking about whether those tests are actually beneficial to our children. So this week more than ever, with various exam results coming out, I'm sure that we've all seen on social media, heard on the radio, seen on the television, how some young people have been really badly affected because they haven't got the grades that they were hoping for, they haven't got the grades that they were wanting to achieve, and it's having a really, really negative impact on them. And this can obviously lead to mental health issues, and it can lead to issues obviously later on in life. And this is why I think we need to stop putting as much emphasis on test results. So my children are 5 and 8. Neither have ever been to a nursery, they've never been to a preschool, they've never set foot in a school. Neither of them have any idea what a test is. They've not sat baseline tests, they've not done any SAT tests, and they will not be doing so for as long as I can possibly manage it. Now, that's not because I don't care about their education. Obviously, it's paramount to me, but it's because we need to get away from this fact that testing, particularly young children, kind of under the age of 10 or 12, is actually beneficial for them, because it really isn't. There is no study has been done that I'm aware of that says that standardised testing has a positive impact on a child academically, mentally, emotionally, or socially. If anything, it has the exact opposite effect. And what we're doing by continuing to push tests onto young children, which only benefit the school, that's why they're doing it, that's why they're pushing children, that's why they want them to achieve the grades. It's not because they're catering learning styles to children. They can't physically do that with 30 plus children in a class. It's purely for the school's benefit. And to benefit the school, we are potentially causing long-lasting implications in our children that have absolutely no benefit to them whatsoever. Because at the end of the day, when a child gets older and they go for a job interview, they're not going to take into account a SAT test or a baseline test that they have sat when they were 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. That test is only as good as the day it was sat, and it's only going to rack up the results for the school or for the teacher or for the year group that child is in. It's not beneficial to the children at all. All it really does is start grading them really early and send a message to them that unless they are achieving grades and numbers and letters on a sheet of paper, that they are not good enough. And that is absolutely not the message that we should be sending out. Now, obviously, if your children or young people, as I say, want to follow a career in, say, law, or they want to be a professor, they want to be a doctor, they want to be research scientists, then obviously the job dictates the fact that they will probably have to do their GCSEs and they will have to sit their A Levels in order to be accepted onto the courses that they specifically want at a chosen university. But all of those young people this week who haven't achieved the grades that they have been programmed to believe that they have to achieve in order to progress in life, it's not the end of the road for them. The reason why they're so down and the reason why they're all so upset and they're all sat at home crying is because they've been programmed, like we are programmed, to think that if you don't achieve a test result, you can't achieve anything else in life, and that is absolutely wrong. A test result on a piece of paper does not tell you how talented that young person is. It doesn't tell you that just because the pressure got too much and they couldn't answer a specific question on a specific day on a sheet of paper, it does not tell you that they may be gifted in playing a musical instrument. It doesn't tell you that they may be a gifted singer or actor. It doesn't tell you if they give up their time volunteering for charities. It doesn't tell you if they go across the road and spend time with an elderly neighbour so that they're not on their own. It doesn't tell you anything about the person as a whole. And that's what we need to be focusing on. And that's the ethos of home education and homeschooling. It's the whole person. It's the whole child. It's not just one aspect of them, which is academic. Because yes, although to some that's important, it's really not the be-all and end-all. And there are so many opportunities out there, and luckily, we are moving forward, albeit very, very slowly. But some universities now, like the Open University, don't actually stipulate that you have to have specific A-level results in order to be accepted onto their courses. They will interview students and they will look at them as a whole, and then they will decide if they are able to be accepted onto their courses. And I think that's really what we need to start doing. We need to start taking the emphasis away from tests, and we need to start looking at young people as a whole. Because if young people feel valued and they feel that what they have to offer is enough, even if they can't achieve a score on a piece of paper, we're going to promote more positivity, we're going to promote better mental health, we're going to promote self-confidence, and they're going to want to go out there, they're going to want to achieve things. At the moment, the message we're sending out is, look, unless you get 70% or more on that sheet of paper, you're done with. Like, what are you going to do? Like, you're going to, what job are you going to get? You're not going to be able to go to university, you're not going to be able to go to college. It really isn't the be-all and end-all. So today, yes, I'm myth-busting home education, but I'm also saying that it's not just the concept of whether a child can do a test that really should be the issue. The issue that we should really be debating is if that test is actually beneficial for any child in any setting.